Okay, so hi, my name is Brandon Horst. I'm a software engineer at Google, but this is completely unrelated to anything that I do there. This is a hobby project. This is actually a project that I think 2 days after I started the project, I presented it at an AI Tinkers. This is probably a year and a half ago. Sal also organized that one, but we were in like not even the biggest conference room in the Microsoft Nerd Center across the river. It has grown a little bit, so hello. This is exciting. So this is an app that I've been working on, and I'm going to try to demonstrate from my phone and see if it works. This is really breaking new ground. Oh, nice. Okay. So the basic idea is this is a language learning app using generative AI to try to make the stages of learning a language beyond just the beginning stages where you're learning how to say hello, how to improve that phase. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and get into it. This lets you have conversations. These are all Midjourney images. Have sort of realistic conversations about uh, a um, a situation that you might encounter in real life. We're going to go with ordering coffee. And what this does, I'm going to I'm going to keep these settings. This lets you, it creates a scenario and creates sort of an NPC, a non-playable character for you to have a conversation with, and lets you sort of practice a conversation with a much more forgiving participant. So let's see if the audio picks up. I'm not confident. So right now, what it's doing is it's creating a scenario, it's creating a non-playable character, it's creating a goal for the user, it's creating some text to get you started. Let's see. So it gives me, I've just walked up to the counter at Bamboo Hideout Coffee Bar in Chengdu. Oh, this is Chinese, by the way. I'm learning Chinese, but um, it supports 20 languages, which is just adding an additional language to the enum. I will show code at some point in this, by the way. It looks like it's not talking, but this is saying, so let's say I don't understand what this is saying. I can select a word and I can ask it to help me understand. This is fetched from Azure. Yin Liao here means beverage. And I can ask it, this is maybe a bad example, but I can ask it to explain to me in context. This uses OpenAI to fetch what role this is playing in the sentence and give an explanation. In this case, it says that it's asking what beverage, which is I probably could have predicted that. 我要喝一杯拿铁吧. It looks like it transcribed that correctly. Okay, it's going to ask me some questions. I'm not going to go through a full conversation here. 不好意思，我走了. I'm saying that I have to go. Um, um, so what this is doing now is after you've had the conversation, well, one thing that I'm really impressed with is that the system, this uses also Azure for transcription, is that it handles multilingual text speech very well. If I didn't know a word and said it in English, probably should have demonstrated that. It's very effective at picking that up. And of course, the LLM backing this is good at handling it as well. So what it does is it generates a review, or it provides a score. It tells me what words, that word yin liao, that I got help with. And it lets me look through. So in this case, it's giving me a recommendation that I probably should have used the word xian here, meaning that it makes the sentence sound a little bit more natural and polite. This is something that I found when you're learning a language is really crucial, that if someone understands you when you're like speaking slowly and awkwardly, they're just going to go with it, right? No one is going to say, I understood exactly what you meant, but if you added this word, it would have made you sound a lot more polite, right? But the AI is very willing to make those adjustments. And now I know that, I can say 我先走了 would make a lot more sense. And it gives me it gives me some recommendations of which directions I could go. It looks like the barista suggested me a Sichuan-style lemon espresso. which I ignored in interest of time. And it gives me recommended directions where I could take the conversation. And then when this is all done, it generates a Polaroid to help you remember. I guess it's a guy. In this particular scenario, the NPC is a guy. And there's a panda out the window. I'm curious if that was in the scenario descriptor or if the image generator picked that up. Uh, anyway, to help you remember the sort of the scenario, I found this is a really, really effective tool. And I'm going to flip back to my computer here so we can look at some code. But a really effective tool at a piece of language learning that really, even if like when I am in China speaking to real people, I don't get. It's the little bit of extra, like, I understand what you're saying, but you could have said this better. And sort of the addictive, like, uh, improve your reviews over time is really, it's a good feedback loop. So I'm pretty happy with how this has turned out. Again, this is just a side project of mine, but it's available on the App Store now. You can, this is not an ad. No one has ever bought this thing, and I doubt anyone will, but that's not the point. I learned a lot in making it. So yeah, you can learn more at the website there, and then that's my website down below.